Describe a talent that is so meaningful that your college application would be incomplete without it. Lessons you learned from the biggest obstacle in your high school journey or your life overall. Reflect on a time when you questioned or challenged a belief or idea. What caused the thinking? What was the outcome? Reflect on something that someone has done for you that has made you happy or thankful in a surprising way. I think of my ex. Discuss an accomplishment. Describe a topic. Share an essay on any topic of your choice, the most vague one. Now, this was a list of the 2024-2025 college Common App application prompts, the essay prompts. A lot of you guys that are here have seen these questions so many times, or are seeing them, or are going to be seeing them so many times in the next couple of months and in the last couple of months. And first of all, I am so proud of you. I don't know where you are in your college application journey, whether you have done, you are the early decision person and you are just here for comfort, if you are just starting out, or if you're planning to start out, if you're just tweaking out and don't even know what to do. I am still very proud of you, because being a senior, it's not really easy. You are going through a million of changes. Most likely you have lost in touch with all of your friends and you just feel like you are a freshman all over again. And at the same time, you feel all the freedom in the world, or you're pressurized by taking all the APs and you're just dying for the AP exam in May. Whatever your path is, I'm so proud of you and you are welcome here, and I have something for you as a college freshman that will hopefully give you some comfort in all of this chaos. Hi, hello, my name is Ash and welcome back to another YouTube video. No, this is not a next part to my Unconventional Choices series. Whoever people have joined me so far in my journey, thank you so much. Your love is really appreciated. This is another video and I thought of making this video because it's just the time of college applications starting, the regular decisions, and for the early decision people, either you're really happy or really sad with whatever decision came out. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I was here in this place last year and I think I have learned so much in a year about myself last year when I was in this position, which could help someone out there, and that's why I'm here. So this is the video about some lessons that I learned applying to colleges and what a senior currently in that position should know when applying to colleges. Now, I have a little bit of impression or a reputation of being completely brutally honest at times and really tough love kind of thing, while also being comforting, so watch it at your own risk. But the reason why I'm making this video is I came across a couple of self-vlogs that I used to do last year just for myself to reflect back on my senior year once I'm out of it, and I have realized that I was shit scared and I just felt like there was no way out. Everything that a senior goes through, I went through as well, and right now I am thriving. So maybe, hopefully, the lessons that I've learned in my college application journey can somehow be helpful to you as well, whether it be giving you comfort, whether it be pushing you to start that college application process, or whether it be giving you some kind of way out of stress and finally take a step to figure it out if you're tweaking out. So keep watching. When I was in my senior year applying for college, I was one of those people who just did not care. And I know I did not mention that kind of description earlier, but I was the person who just did not care or pretended that I did not care about what college I get into and what I do, because if you have watched my past videos, you guys know that I was very against being in college right after high school, like the whole idea of it. So stressing about college applications would be a stupid thing. Like, why is she talking about it, right? Like, if you come back from other videos, you'll be like, why in the F is she talking about her college application process when all she said was that she was fighting with her family to take a gap year? And yes, I was, but at the same time, I have learned to realize that I actually cared about my college application and I had actually attached my worth despite not being there or wanting to go there in the first place, which I would never deny because I did not want to go to college when I was a senior or a junior. But I had, in fact, internalized what they will be deciding about my future, even though I did not care. And that brings me to lesson number 1, that colleges and an admission officer cannot determine your worth. You just cannot get in that mindset like, yes, my college application and what one admission officer decides, which is completely out of your control. Maybe they came in a bad mood and they just did not feel like reading your essay and they just said no, will unfortunately decide your future for that college, but it cannot determine your worth. Physically cannot determine your worth, because no matter how much you try, will never be able to know you the way you know yourself. And people talk about this in every other area of their lives. Like online people I have seen talk about that in their career journey and in their like relationships, of course, in their family life, friendships, whatever. Like nobody will ever be able to determine your self-worth, but it's important to word it up in a college aspect, especially when you're in the application process, because that's what most of us end up doing. And I was in the same place. An essay, 500 words, 1,000 words, will never level up to how complex and amazing of a human being you are for them to be able to determine what you're worth or if you're worthy to be in their college. I just want you to remember that. And I know it's hard, and I know it's so easy to fall into the trap like, oh, I did not do good enough, or maybe I am not doing, like, I don't know where to start. I won't ever be able to do good enough for them to accept me. Why would they even accept me? Or like, they deferred me. They will never put me out of the wait list. All just false thoughts. So take this as a reminder that whatever decision that might come, has come, or will come, will not be personal. It can never be personal, because nobody who is deciding your future in this scenario knows you personally. And the best thing you can do in this scenario is to have the mindset that, okay, if my dream college did not work out, I had plans that better fit my needs and what I need to grow somewhere else. And who knows, you might always have another chance to transfer or come back to the school that you wanted to go to initially, and you get accepted the second time. But whatever the reason may be, make sure that you go out there and spend this entire application process with the mindset that whatever happens will happen for me, not to me. Second, most likely your college application process, whether you're started or not, will or did look like you trying to prove yourself or prove your worth instead of introducing who you truly are. Kinda ties into the first point. It is because, it's so easy to fall into that trap, but the whole purpose of college application essays is for them to get to know you, the real you, like the person who is outside of academics and grades and APs and dual enrollment and academic achievements. They want to know you. Yes, to one point, they want to know your academic achievements as well. And for that, they have your GPA and they have your club stuff. And of course, you should talk about those. But do not forget to mention you, because that's the whole point. And I think that's when most of the people get into their dream colleges, is because the admission officer can sense that they're being true to themselves. They are being true as a human being. Human beings are creative. They like to feel. They like to express. So do that. I think that will make your college application process even more enjoyable, first thing. And second, it will help your admission officer to connect with you and be more likely to increase your chances of getting the application, because they get a ton of robotic people trying to prove their worth in their application every single day. And you just don't want to be that person, first thing, because we don't follow the crowd here. We do things our way. We always do things our way. And if you know that it's going to be more beneficial and rewarding for you to be able to be more expressive and real in your essay, do that. Quit proving yourself. It's not worth it. And this is for the people who are completely lost and, as a result, really stressed about how it's going to work out and what's going to happen and where they're going to end up. First of all, it's completely normal that you're feeling that way. It's human. So do not beat yourself up. Everyone, every single thing that's happening in your life right now will be so tempting for you to beat yourself up. But honestly, that's not the solution, and that is not going to get you anywhere. But what will is knowing that despite this confusion, there is a way out. Because guess what? You're definitely walking that stage, and the day is definitely setting down, and night is coming, and then again morning is going to come. That is just inevitable. Like, the day is going to change, and so will you. The day is going to figure itself out, and so will you. This, I think, relates very hard for me because, like I said, I was really not a college girly, and I really did not want to go. And I was, one place I was fighting with my family, and the second place I was here validating my worth to my college application and where I get into. Like, I got really disappointed when I actually got rejected or deferred from like a university that I kind of thought would be my best bet in case I failed to convince my family to take a gap year. And guess what? I did not get in. Even after defer, I did not get in. I got rejected. I think I don't know what I was doing, and instead of beating myself up because I had already done that in the past and it had never given me a result that helped me, I decided to just let it go and let my life figure it out for me. And that's when my life changed because I embraced what was coming for me, the opportunity that was in front of me. And here I am at the current university getting paid to go there. And second, have 2 internships in my first year of college. I feel like I'm making that my personality, but I think it's so important to emphasize that life gets better and rejection is not the end. So when I was going through that rejection era, of course, it did not come like, the first thing the day I found out on my application letter, like the decision letter, that I got rejected. Of course, I was very disappointed, and of course, I was going through other things in my life as well that were very stressful. But what I have learned looking back is stress does not mean you're failing. At that point where you're rejected, or you're just waiting for the decision, or you just got deferred the first round, or you just haven't started and you see your friends starting, I feel like you really get into that mindset of like, I'm failing, like I'm not worth anything. Why am I even here? Like, why am I doing this? Like, I need to do better. But honestly, that is your stress. That means that you care. That does not mean that you're failing. And we, not just in college, but we in general in life, do this so much. We connect the words care and stress so much in our lives that they just become one thing. Maybe try shifting your mindset and be like, hey, I think this actually really matters to me. And I think that's why I'm feeling all these emotions, because I care, right? I care about my future. I care about myself being in a good position. I care about myself getting the best opportunity for my future. I care about building a life for myself, a better life for myself, and I'm going to make it. Like, that's what I've learned this year. When you embrace the true emotion behind what's happening, how you're responding to a certain situation, you're able to see what is actually going on behind the scenes, and therefore be able to better navigate the situation or the emotion that you're feeling and make a good outcome out of it. And the best things you can do then is, after you've recognized that you actually care, I think you naturally feel this compassion for yourself that, hey, yes, actually, I do care. And I think that's a really good thing, because I'm human and I should care about things that are affecting me or will affect me in the future, because after all, I want to live, I want to survive, I want to make a good life for myself. And when you get to that point, I think you become so much more compassionate on yourself and so much more fixated on the things on the positive side of you, like how hard you have worked, or how you are, if you have done nothing, maybe you recognize that it's your fear that is making you delay your stuff. It really does not have to do anything with you personally, like there's an internal problem with you. It's more so like you care about the decision that comes out. You care that you might end up in a bad place, but you can also care that you might be just fine. So just start. When you start and you have this mindset, you know that it's okay to take breaks, and it's suddenly not illegal and a crime to pause in the middle, sleep, and then get back to it later. I keep forgetting to number these, so just bear with me. But the next lesson is, comparison is going to kill you, my love. My closest friends got into my so-called the best option, and I got rejected. And of course, I congratulated her. I was so happy for her. But there was this sense like, why am I not good enough? Maybe it's because I didn't do enough. And it might be true. Like, I didn't do enough in high school because, of course, at that time, I did not really care about the whole idea of college. And I did not really care that I would want to go to this prestigious or whatever university. But the first thing that helped me realize is me comparing myself to someone that has a completely different idea for their future and a goal for their future is actually a huge waste of time and my potential, because she wanted to go into medicine. Here I am, anything but a medicine girl. Maybe one day you will see me in tech, but you will never see me in medicine, just because I'm just not built that person, okay? Like, I I will cry if I see blood with you. Like, if I see you cry, I will cry in pain. Like, I cannot. Like, I feel other people's emotions so quick. And yes, everyone's like, oh, so then you should definitely be in medicine. Like, but you have to be tough. You have to be tough, and you have to be able to tell someone's family that they're not going to make it. What? Oh, me? No. I would rather lie and let you spend your time with your like family member a little longer in happiness. I'm not going to tell the truth. That's why I shouldn't be in medicine. But anyways, she wanted to go in med school, and the university that we picked was just like a general school. Like, it has amazing programs for every single field. But I am a strong marketing girl, okay? Like, I am creative, I am expressive, I am honest, I am juicy, if that makes sense. Like, I cannot be in a field like hers, and she has done stuff in her high school that relates to her career, and I did stuff that related to my career. It's something that has no value, me comparing myself with or toward. We usually compare, but we don't ever look at the whole situation. Our minds just don't do that consciously. The first thing that our minds notice is the very thing on the surface, and they never consciously are able to look at everything that goes underneath it that also affects the decision. So, like I gave my example with my friend in medicine and me being a marketing person, the first result I saw, the only thing I saw and got sad about was she got in and I didn't. And I already made an assumption that I did not do good enough. But what I forgot to realize, and I learned this over time, is there were more options at our school for medicine and healthcare than there were for marketing and career. That was the first thing. Second, we applied to the same university but completely different schools with completely different requirements and completely different amount of people or applications coming in. Everything that was determined was by completely different admission officers. Obviously, what my main point is, comparison is almost never accurate, and it can never be as complex as it should be when you make it, so might as well just not waste your time on it. And if you want to still compare, I think compare it in a positive way. Compare in a way that will actually make you think like, it's actually really stupid to compare myself to my friend and be sad about it. So if you're in the process of, oh, she got an early decision, why did I get deferred? I think you should also consider everything in the background or behind the scenes that's going on before you make the claim that you are just dumb, okay? Love you. And finally, I've not numbered these, so I don't know what number this is, but remember that it will always work out, and in the end, a year from today, you can come back to this a year from now and you can tell me how it went, but you will be fine and content with wherever you end up. Seriously. And this is coming from someone who literally caused a whole scene for thinking otherwise. I literally said, if I go to college right after high school, and if I go there, I will be wasting money, I will not get anything, I will be wasting my late teens. And here I am, super content with where I have ended up. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it is so hard. I understand it is so hard for you to look above and after your college decision and your application deadlines right now, that you will forget and you will not give yourself grace and time to think that maybe in a year from now, life will be better. Right now, you're going to be thinking I just want to get this over with. I don't see any other way. My life depends on this. You really would be thinking or doing life in that mindset. Whatever, if I don't get into the right school, what are they going to think about me? Where I'm going to end up? Will I like college? This and that. What if I'm in the worst place? But hey, nothing lasts forever. And this is just a gentle reminder that wherever you are, if you're doing really well, or if you haven't started, or if you are just completely doomed right now with whatever is going on in your life, just remember that it would not last forever, and you will 100% be better by the end of your first semester in wherever you end up. If you're like me and you don't want to go to college right now, and you end up convincing your parents successfully, and you don't have a first semester next year, great, you will still end up exactly where you need to be and content. If you're not, which I don't think it would happen, but if you're not, I think you will still be in a much better place about your life compared to what you're right now, and you will look back and you'll be like, oh my god, I was such a baby, I made high school such a big deal, I was super emotional about it, high school was my and decisions, all the things that goes along with that area, I have come to realize that high school is not that big of a deal, and just in one semester you'll figure that out, and by the end of your first semester you will be super changed, and always, almost in all cases, for the better. See, life is about chapters, and one of your chapters is about to end, and this is the first time where you have some say in where you want to start your next chapter, because you didn't pick your high school, you didn't pick your neighborhood, you didn't pick your parents, you didn't pick your siblings, you didn't pick anything in your life until now that you have an option to choose from some of the colleges that already exist and apply to them and have your chance at going there. But remember, life has worked out for you before and it will work out for you now. Always keep that in the back of your mind. If you're here, like, I could feel your energy in a sense, like from the start of the video, because that's how I felt, because I literally just watched the video of me before I started recording this. So I have felt that energy. Like I was almost depressed. I did not know what to do. I did not have any hopes for. I did not see where I would be by the end of 2024, but I am here and I am thriving, and it's such a long journey. It's been such a long journey, but you're gonna grow and you're gonna get over it, and it's gonna pass, and it's gonna teach you something so good. And just like that, high school is not going to be the worst thing in your life, and you're actually going to miss a little bit of it in a good way. So this was just a reflective video since the year is ending and I will be starting my second semester in college, loving it and just very excited about my future. I still don't know where I'll be. It always is this way. I wouldn't know where I'll be by the end of 2025 in every single area of my life, but to say that my high school self would be really happy with what I am today and where I am today, knowing that she is able to get over that version of herself, not by pressure, not by hate, not by beating herself up, but by just embracing what comes in her life and quit worrying about every single thing that she needs to control, because half of the things are not even in your control, and it's just okay to sometimes trust in the process and keep going, take breaks, and again get up and keep going. I wish you luck on your college journey, whatever it is, whatever stage you are. Again, genuinely, I don't know who you are. I don't know. I'm just talking to a camera right now. I do not know what you look like. I do not know what your goals and aspirations and future whatever dream is, but I do know that you will be ending up just fine in a couple of months, and suddenly high school would not be your worst enemy, and college applications would not be a thing that you'll be worrying about. The end line is just around the corner. Have fun and enjoy these last few months of high school. It flies by, and people were not lying that high school flies by, but same thing, your graduation is going to fly by, and you're going to be the end of your first semester of college, and you're going to be thinking back and you'll be like, oh, I was so cute, I grew so much, and I'm so happy. And I hope that is your reaction. Come back for my next video next Saturday, also in the new year. Happy New Year, by the way. Good luck for your journey, and for now, take care.